This is another short story by Dr. Walter Wilson called Strange Short Stories by the Doctor. It's an excellent book. I would highly recommend getting it. I found it for $1 at a used bookstore, so please find a copy and read it. This one is entitled, We Should Be Thankful. We should be thankful because we do not have universal joints at our elbows. How would Mother lift the skillet from the stove if the elbow joint did not have a stopper on the back side to keep the arm from going all the way back? Have you ever been thankful that your knee is not a universal joint? How would you ever stand upright or walk if there was not a stopper to keep the knee from bending all the way? How thankful we should be because our teeth are made to match. You had nothing to do with it. Neither did your good mother. The president never planned it in any of his progressive programs. It just happened that way because a loving personal God, a thinking God, a God who knew how, has ordained that people should be born that way. The teeth are arranged in exactly the right way. You could hardly chew corn from a cob with molar teeth. You certainly could not bite through some of the steaks being offered us today with wisdom teeth. Wisdom would tell you not to try it. Do you not think that God was very kind when he placed your nose on your face upside down? If your nose was turned right side up, then every time it rained you would drown. And every time you would sneeze, it would blow your hat off. God never intended the nose to be a dust catcher, so he placed it in the right position. Only God could make an organ of taste. By the tongue, you can tell whether the substance you place in the mouth is strawberry or pumpkin pie, whether it is potatoes or plums. The taste remains the same all through life and in every part of the world. Strawberries and watermelons never taste like apples. What a mess we would be in if vegetables, fruits, grains, and meats should change their taste every year, or should taste differently in different parts of the world. Only God can preserve this condition, and only a living personal God who loves us could or would have given us an organ of taste which could differentiate the different kinds of food. The farmer should bow his head in thanksgiving because he does not need to plant all of his seeds right side up. What a job he would have placing each grain in the ground in the proper position. He never would get the job done, nor could he hire enough people to do it in a satisfactory manner. The living Lord has placed in each seed that peculiar thing which we call instinct, so that the seed never gets confused about directions, but always comes up. Who ever heard of a seed growing in the wrong direction? All seeds of every kind must be placed in the ground in any position, and they will certainly find their way up to the light. If God should fail to do this just once in any one season, what a catastrophe it would be for the world. The kindness of our wonderful Lord is revealed in the fact that he has made our bodies with a one-shot system. You put the food in your mouth and get lubricating fluid in all the joints of the body. How would you like to rise each morning and grease all your joints? You would never get to work on time, and Mother would never have breakfast ready. You would squeak at every move because you would certainly forget some of the joints. What a bedlam we would have in the schoolroom because many of the lazy children would never take care of their joints. God has taken care of this need by letting us put all the necessary ingredients in one place, the mouth. He has arranged the body to take care of all the joints, the nerves, and every other part. We are a thankless lot. We grasp after and grab every good thing that God has to offer, and usually we take it for granted and never forget. And we do forget. The important blood vessels of the body and the principal nerve trunks are placed safely on the flexor, or inside places of the arms and legs, as well as in deep-seated places in the rest of the body. A wise and understanding God knew the hazards on the road of life and arranged special protection for these parts, which are so essential for life. Do you know why, or how, or when the human heart gives its first beat? There is a time in the life of the unborn child when there is no heartbeat whatever. The heart is just being formed. The parts are not complete. Then one day that heart, tiny as it is, gives its first beat. Why does it do it? What makes it do it? The mother had nothing to do with it, nor the father. Certainly the child does not bring it about by any willpower of his own. The great men of earth do not cause it to happen. No laws have been passed in any country to govern it. God starts it. Only God will stop it. The God who made it, the God who starts it beating, and the God who will stop its beating wants you to let him have that heart of yours. We should be thankful for the goodness of God in providing so richly for the body and the soul. He has given us wool, cotton, linen, silk, and leather whereby the body may be clothed, preserved from heat and cold, and equipped for the conditions of life. He has given us grains, vegetables, fruits, meats, and liquids for the sustenance of the body, that we may be well, strong, and healthy. He has given us educational facilities, arithmetic, and all other mathematics, all forms of languages, music, physical training, sciences, and arts, that we may live intelligently, act efficiently, and serve successfully. All of these should lead us to want from his gracious and loving hand the provision he has made for our souls. The word of the Lord is to teach us his will. The work of the Lord is to reveal his mind. His Son is to cleanse us from our sins. Trust him today.